Hi guys, this is Sumit and welcome back to Knowledge Modulation's new video. As we are in 2025 and we are very rigorously finding out our career topics and where we want to make our careers with the new year resolution. So I'm here to help you with these queries and everything. So today we will discuss the top emerging technologies or skills required to make your career in IT. So without wasting time, let's continue to our video. So guys, the first one and the most important, most trending skill or career point is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So this is very important nowadays that everybody is trying to move on to the AI. You already heard about the ChatGPT or the Microsoft Copilot and etc. etc. There are so many applications nowadays in market that will help you to make automation or make things very simple by using such applications. So along with this AI and ML, everything like home automation or whenever there is a automation required, we can use this AI ML to boost up or the speed up the processes. So we will discuss what are the major things that you can learn so that you can make your career in AI and ML. You must learn the Python, R and Java languages. Python is most commonly used language for the AI and ML. Without Python, you can't go to the AI and ML. It should be, if you want to grow at one particular level or beyond some levels, if you want to achieve something in AI ML, you have to be proficient with Python. Along with that, mathematics and the data structures, data handling, and then machine learning algorithms. These things you have to take care, because while developing the applications or the framework, you have to go through or you have to use such a kind of frameworks or the modules. There are different Python modules or the frameworks, so you have to use it. So do something. This is the prerequisite, or you can say the dependencies to go to the and ML. Along with that, libraries and framework are so most important, like PyTorch. These things are used in ML development. So you have to at least know what are these frameworks and how you can use these PyTorch like applications or the frameworks to build the ML applications. Also, model deployment is also one of the important factor in ML, because whatever you are developing, it should be a proficient, it should be in a speedy manner and everything. So Docker, Kubernetes like applications, how to use it in ML environment, that is the most critical part or the most important part you have to learn. So if you are going to the ML part, so whatever prerequisite or whatever skill set I have just explained, that you should be proficient in those areas, then nobody can stop you to make your career in an ML. The most important career area is the cybersecurity. Nowadays, everybody is trying to do something new with the technology, and whenever technology grows, the risk factor also grows, because if legitimate access increases, then also illegitimate accesses are also possibility to increase. So how we can prevent it? By the help of cybersecurity. So again, if ML and the software field is going to increase, then obviously you have so many chances to make your career in cybersecurity. So how you will start it? Don't worry, we are here to guide you. Now you have to first understand the basic things. To go to the cybersecurity, you are analyzing packets, you are analyzing the history, web browser, or the system level architecture. There are so many departments inside the cybersecurity, like forensics and the data investigation, etc. etc. It is very huge field. But again, to go to that field, basic is networking. So you have to know the basic networking, network topologies, OSI layer, how the internet works, the routing and everything. If you are good enough at the networking, then yes, your first step to the cybersecurity is always good, or it's already done. The second part is operating system and security tools. Operating system means that how viruses are affecting to the system, how system architecture is developed so that that virus can impact to the system, etc. So to know how viruses are working or how the system can get affected by these viruses, you should know what is the operating system, how it is working, and what is basically its kind of architecture. So you have to learn about the operating systems. Based operating system in universe is the Linux. So if you know about the Linux operating system, I'm I'm not talking about the administrative part. I am talking about the OS level part. So if you are well known with the Linux OS, then also you can complete the second step. And the security tools, obviously as a security engineer or the cyber security analyst, you should know how to use the cyber security tools to trace the packages and analyze and the monitor all the network and everything. So there are so many tools, so you have to just go with the multiple tools, how that tools will work and how that tools will analyze the packets and everything. So you have to be proficient in that area as well. Along with that, if you want to automate something, if you want to set up some script that will trace some packets, some particular ports which is not legitimate, etc, etc, so for that purpose also you should know what is the scripting. Any added advantage like that, any programming language, if you well known about it, that will help you to automate the things, then also it is your plus point. So nobody can stop you to get this job. It also includes the penetration testing and ethical hacking with intrusion prevention and intrusion detection systems. This kind of very large and very huge set of application and the set of skills that you have to learn to make your career in cybersecurity. One more point I want to add in cybersecurity, that is the cryptography, because how this encryption work, that is also matters, because everything is encrypted, then it is very difficult for hackers to get it decrypt and get that data. So there are so many techniques by which you can encrypt your data and how it is getting transferred securely. In that topic, SSL will comes into scenario. Then another security algorithm, the hashing keys, everything that will comes under the cryptography. And also the cloud security. As we are moving to the cloud, we don't want to invest in some physical hardware, or we don't want some physical systems to be used multiple reasons. So everybody is trying to use cloud nowadays, and its security is very big concern. So if you know any topic or if you have any skill with this cloud security, then it will be a very good advantage for you. The third part is cloud computing. Now, what do you mean by cloud computing? Whatever application we are trying to build or whatever things right now we are doing, that is situated at cloud. Cloud is nothing but again some data centers, but we don't have actual physical bare metal hardware here to work with on, like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Those are cloud for us, and we are using their services. By using their services, we are trying to develop our application, we are trying to build application, deploy applications, and doing so many things. So if you have any knowledge of cloud computing technology like AWS services or the Azure services, Google Cloud services, then it will be very easy, because sometimes in organization they are only using one cloud service provider like AWS. So within AWS or with AWS, whatever technologies or whatever services AWS is providing to you, so you have to use that, and you by using those services only, you have to make a pipeline or whatever setup infrastructure you have to settle down, you have to use with that limited resources. Actually, it is not limited, but as a service provider, it is only one service provider, and by using that service provider's limited services or whatever services that service provider has, by using that services, you have to make your infrastructure. So if you are good enough with any of the cloud provider services, then it's very good for your cloud computing. Now, in this cloud computing, it's not only about the services, like AWS has some services like EC2 services, S3 bucket, then cloud formation, Lambda services. So it's not only related to that, because if you want to integrate multiple services, then also you have to know about the networking. Again, we are coming to the networking part. There is a simple example that if you want to make a multi-tier application and you want to combine that application or host that application, then in that scenario, you have to use NATing, and there were inbound rule, outbound rules, and so many multiple connection. Even though if you go to the hybrid cloud, then also there are so many changes you have to do from the networking side as well. So networking, again, it is a very important point in the cloud computing as well. The next one is storage and security, because how storage works and their security or the application security, how it works, that things also you should know. If you are working at the cloud environment, then obviously that things will come in scenario. Somewhere those things will come in front of you, and you should be aware that at least what these things are, how that things works with the cloud environment. So basic knowledge, at least basic knowledge of the storage and the network security you should have in cloud computing domain as well. Also in the cloud computing, DevOps and the automation plus scripting, these things are also similar importance, because whole infrastructure you have to manage, or there is no separate networking guy or developer guy or the infra infra guy, like that. Because if you go to the cloud environment, then as a interviewer or the organization who will give you that job, so they will at least require somebody who can at least manage some basic services or the all basic services with a little bit knowledge. So again, you have to be proficient with the DevOps part, automation part, and the scripting part as well. Obviously, if you want to deploy the Jenkins, then how you will deploy it? You should know how Jenkins work and how it can be integrated to the multiple services. So for that, you should have some DevOps knowledge, also automation and scripting knowledge as well to automate such things. And one more point in cloud computing, if you have the migration knowledge, that is physical to cloud or cloud to physical, or to VM to physical, like that, or VM to cloud directly. So if this kind of migration, if you done in your previous career, then obviously it will be added advantage. There are so many videos on the internet as well which will helps you how you can migrate those servers to the cloud. So if you want, you can go and check as well. After cloud computing, my next point is, or my next career option is DevOps. From this decade, DevOps is on high demand. It's very important topic, because we want to develop application in such a very limited time, because there are so many competitors in market. If you want to expedite your process, then how you can do that? By using this DevOps tools. So if you want to go for the DevOps, then also it has the so many tools, but that not much difficult to learn. But obviously, if you put some more efforts, then obviously you can be a master in DevOps as well. So to go to the DevOps, there is a straight roadmap, or there straight application process that you have to follow. First, you need to go with the version controlling. What is the version controlling? How Git can help you to go with the version controlling. You have to learn that first. With that, you have to learn some programming languages which will helps you to build the applications. After version controlling, there is a CI/CD, that is continuous integration and continuous deployment. So in that, you have to build the application continuously and deploy it in similar way. Or the same time, you have to deploy it. So you can use the Jenkins to automate the things, and then unit testing, and then automatically deploy it to the Docker environment. So Docker, Kubernetes, these all environments and these all application will help you to expedite your build process. And this comes under the DevOps part. Also in the DevOps, we are mostly using the cloud service providers like AWS or the Azure or the Google Cloud, because they have their own services which will helps us to integrate things very easily and very quickly as compared to the open source or the physical infrastructure. So if you have some knowledge of these cloud providers, then also it is a very good advantage. Only the development and the deployment is not enough in the DevOps. You have to also monitor the things which you already deployed, what is in the pipeline, you have to monitor it. So monitoring tools, those are also very important part of the DevOps. Like Grafana, Prometheus, etc. tools are very widely used tools to monitor the application or these pipelines. Again, the common factor in all the subjects or all the career point, that is networking, automation and scripting, and then security. So security, automation, scripting and networking. These 3 points are common in each IT career fit. So you have to learn about the basic networking. At least you should know the basic networking, then security topics, and then automation and scripting. Any scripting language is enough. Then also if you go to the Ansible and other languages, then YAML and the another file formats are there. So you have to learn those languages as well. But it's very easy to understand and very easy to learn. So you can do it very easily in very less efforts, but with continuous efforts. The next one and little bit different field is blockchain. Now, if you heard about the cryptocurrency, these blockchains come for the particular this cryptocurrency part. So if you are very interested in this cryptocurrency part, then you can obviously make career in blockchain. So it's a very critical and very interesting in the point of security. You should know the cryptography as its main part of the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency as the security. You should know the how cryptography works, what are the types of that, and how that algorithm works. It is also again a huge topic. We have one particular subject in our engineering studies, but at least you should know what are the basic or the key points of this cryptography to learn, so that it will be very easy for you to build your career in blockchain. Again, there is a separate framework or the architecture, that is the blockchain architecture. You have to know about it, then it will be very easy for you to understand this blockchain. After that, again, programming languages are again very important to make your career in blockchain. In the blockchain, again, data security, then networking, and the security. These points are also common. I already explained all these three in previous examples or the previous career points. So just you need to follow the same. So guys, this is it for now. We will again come with the new videos which will help you to build your career in this fastest growing IT industry. I hope you like this video. Share this video with your friends. They will also know the career objectives or the career point where they have to make their careers. To know more about this interesting career points, career topics, and the network related issues and every information related to the technology, stay connected with the Knowledge Modulation and don't forget to subscribe Knowledge Modulation. We will again come in our next video with new technology, new ideas. Till that time, bye bye.